everyone, good afternoon. Today I will be doing a demo for our auto order tool, and it will go through the following steps. Step one, I will demonstrate to you what your customers will see and how they can process and place an order. Step two, I will show you where you can put in information as a seller that will configure your store to display the right kinds of information. So let's get started. In the first step, here we go. As a customer, they will be able to access your store by going to your store link. Your store name will always be listed at the back here based on whatever your store is named. Next, you will see above the fold, we have a banner. This banner can be anything that you would like. And the size for this is 1400 pixels width by 500 pixels height. Next, you will see a logo section. This logo section will be 500 by 500 pixels for your logo and can be uploaded later. You will also see a section for the name of your store as well as a tagline, followed by a section for your description of your store or your page. Now in the description, you can put in things like emojis, you can have it italicize your text, you can put in spacing, make it bold, you can even change the colors for a more advanced version. Next, you will see a portion here called your order date and time. The reason this section pops up is because there is a limited run for certain items or certain parameters have been set for your items to only be available on specific days or for only pickup or only delivery. Now, there are two options available for your customers. The default will be delivery, where it's toggled to the left, and you can choose your delivery date and your delivery time. The second option is pickup, and immediately you will see that you can choose your pickup date and pickup time. The core difference here is that if you are selecting delivery, at checkout, your customers will be able to input their delivery address, which we will be able to automatically calculate the cost of delivery from your location to their location. For pickup, this section will disappear and will not be available to be viewed. So let's just go on to the next section. The next section is actually the collections and all of the collections of your catalog. You can separate these according to whatever your categories are. If I click on antipasti, it will show me only the options for those items. And the same is true for the rest of the collections. If I click on all items, everything will be displayed. There is a search bar for your regular customers who have very specific requirements and needs, where they already know what it is they're looking for. They just need to type it in. And right away, we would be able to identify options within their choice of words or filter. So let's get started. First, I will pick on delivery date. Let's say I choose the 12th. And I can now select the delivery time. As you can see, the drop-down time only has an option here because this has been input in the back end. If I were to select a different day, I would see another different type of option, 10 to 1 p.m. Or if I were to select, let's say, a Sunday, now I would see more options. So as you can see, it is very flexible in the hours that you would like to include or incorporate for your delivery times or your pickup times. Now let's just pick on one. Next, I have the option of adding things to my cart. For the first tile, this item is available in the store. However, it is not currently available due to it being sold out. So while you can see that it is an option, it is not able to be selected at this moment. Next, we have roasted vegetables antipasto plate. If I were to select this and add it to cart, as you can see here, the quantity immediately says 3. And this is because in the back end, I have already included that there is a minimum order for this particular dish. Therefore, it starts at 3. We also have other options where you can have a discount be immediately displayed so that your customers know they're getting a 20% discount. Or if that item is only available for pickup, it will also be listed here and only be clickable if I were to select the pickup option. Now, the other thing I can do as a customer is I can select my pasta and I can include add-ons. The number of tiles that you would like to include here can be configured in the back end in a Google Sheet. And now I will just take you through what it looks like. So as you see here, add-on 1, optional, and I can only add one item. Therefore, if I click on char grilled chicken, I will not be able to select cheddar chips at the same time. It will toggle between the two. If I wanted to have double chicken and single amount of cheddar chips as an add-on, I can do so. And I can add my order to cart by clicking on this. Now I will be taken to a section to review my order. Very clearly, I can see the item I've selected, the quantity, and the total price. Similarly, I can see what I've ordered, all the add-ons that I've selected, and the total price. It will then come up with a subtotal figure for me to identify what I have to pay. Now, prior to this, I will need to include my details. So let's just say I'm going to, and now I can actually input my delivery address. So let's say I would like to have it delivered to my office. Input the postcode for my location. If I have any apartment suites or unit numbers, I can just put that in. And if I have any delivery instructions, I can include that here as well. Finally, there is also an option for a coupon code. So if you're working with an influencer or you have people and partners that you're working with, you can very easily create coupon codes that can be distributed and applied here. Next, I will see what the total cost for my delivery is and the total amount for my order plus delivery. Once I'm sure that this is what I want, I just click on this button and click Submit Order. Now, it's important to note that once I have clicked on the Submit Order button, my information will already be logged and you as a seller would be able to see this in the back end. So in the event that I do not fulfill the payment or I do not complete the payment for whatever reason, you can always re-engage with me and ensure that you can try and win that sale back. So here you can see a tile of what it looks like to review your order. I can either pay with a credit card or debit card by putting in my card number and the relevant information and click Pay Now. Or my second option is if I click on Bank Transfer, it will redirect me to Bill Please, which is the payment gateway we're using for FPX transfers. And I can then select which bank I would like to use to make the payment. So there are quite a number of banks that they are affiliated with and in partnership with. So I just need to select, CIMB, Maybank, and go through the process of making payment. And this concludes the experience from the customer side. Once they complete the payment, they will receive a confirmation message via WhatsApp and via email, as will you as the seller. Next, I will showcase what the seller needs to do to incorporate information in the Google Sheet to make the front end work the way it did earlier.